There is one simple hack you can use to make any diet healthier. And in case you couldn't tell what it is by the thumbnail of this video, it's to eat more fruits and vegetables. Specifically, at least 50% of your total calories from fruits and vegetables. And in this video, I'm going to tell you why you'd want to eat that much fruit and veg and how. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Minus the Gym. And for any of you who are new to the channel, my name's Ryan, and this channel is dedicated to how to get healthy and fit at home with no gym necessary. And why on earth would you want to eat 50% of your total calories from fruits and vegetables? And how would you go about that? Well, that's what I want to talk about in this video. Well, for starters, it's well established in science that the more raw fruits and vegetables you eat, the healthier you are, meaning the better your body composition, so lower body fat, but also you have lower risk of developing chronic degenerative diseases. Fruits and vegetables are relatively low in calories compared to other food sources we could eat, yet they're very nutrient dense, meaning they're high in vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, phytonutrients, which are specific to plants, and not to mention they have structured water, which is extremely hydrating for our bodies. So raw fruits and vegetables, especially fruits, really rehydrate us, and that's really good for us. A lot of us are walking around dehydrated and we don't know why. There are many studies out there showing these correlations, but my favorite ones to look at are called meta-analyses. A meta-analysis is when an expert looks at many studies on the same subject and sees if there's a similar conclusion in all of these studies. And time again, I see these meta-analyses on fruit and vegetable intake showing improved body composition and lower risk of mortality. But science can be biased, am I right? I mean, those studies could be funded by industry, or maybe somebody was paid under the table to skew the results. So instead of trusting science, I encourage you to try this and see for yourself your own results. But also think about logic, right? If you look at anthropology, any anthropologist is going to tell you that humans, Homo sapiens, are hominids. That means we come from a primate ancestry. Specifically, humans go all the way back to bonobos. A lot of people think it's chimpanzees, which we are also sister taxon to chimps, but our other sister taxon, the bonobos, we're actually a little closer to in genetic relation. And if you look at the diet of a bonobo in the wild, they eat upwards of 95% of their total calories from raw fruit and vegetation. That other 5 to 10% of calories, depending on the time of year, comes from things like leafy green vegetables, honey, eggs out of birds' nests, insects, and small animals just roaming around the jungle. So our primate ancestors were omnivorous. They're specifically called omnivorous frugivores, meaning they primarily eat fruit, but they do eat some calories. In this case, I think it's like 5 to 10% from what I've read, from possibly animal-based sources. That's why the tactic I recommend for getting enough fruits and vegetables is to eat fruits and vegetables with wild abandon pretty much until you're completely satiated all day until dinner. And then have whatever you want for dinner. Just make sure it's within reason, right? Reasonable portions, and focus on whole food, not refined food. So this is a really simple and approachable method once you get used to the different ways that you can incorporate raw fruit and vegetables into your daily diet. And here are some of the things that I use. First, my go-to almost every day is a smoothie. There are tons of smoothie recipes out there, but here's one that I've been enjoying lately. It's 2 cups of filtered water. I like cold filtered water. And then I add 5 really ripe bananas. And yes, I said 5 because I'm pretty active, so this smoothie has to be quite filling and pretty high in calories. Then I add 1 cup of frozen blueberries and 1 or 2 tablespoons of any kind of seed. This could be ground flaxseed, soaked chia seeds, maybe hemp seeds, anything like that. Some people might want to add peanut butter. I mean, that's not raw. It's not a raw fruit or vegetable, but whatever. The seeds in there just add some fat and make it more satiating. I'll also add a couple handfuls of greens now and then if I want to increase my intake of greens. And that changes the color of the smoothie a little bit, but it's still really good to do. One word on smoothies. When you drink a smoothie, make sure you chew your smoothie. Meaning with every sip, just kind of keep it in your mouth, move it around a bit, and chew on it before you swallow. What that does is it helps mix the smoothie with the enzymes in your saliva so you digest it better. All right, smoothies sometimes get a bad reputation because if you down them, if you just chug them, then those enzymes aren't going to mix and it's going to affect the digestive process in a not so good way. So make sure you chew your smoothies. Another good option is a fruit salad. Just dice up a bunch of your favorite fruit and put it in a bowl on top of a bed of greens. That's an excellent way to start off your day. And of course, there's the good old green salad of vegetables, right? Or what we call vegetables, even though things like cucumber and tomato and other things are technically fruits, right? Bell pepper. But let's call it a vegetable salad. Make sure you don't use store-bought dressing. Make your own dressing. And something I found is that if I just juice a lime over my salad and have a nice ripe avocado in there and some ripe tomato, I don't even need dressing. The lime juice and that avocado and tomato, they're juicy enough. And I just stir that up and it's delicious. Gorilla wraps are another good one. For this, you just peel bananas and then you wrap them in a leaf of dark leafy greens. This could be Swiss chard, it could be collard greens, mustard greens, kale, whatever you want. Any of those bitter, dark leafy greens. And what's awesome is that the sweetness of the banana actually really complements the bitterness of the dark leafy greens, making them more tolerable, because I'm the first one to admit that bitter greens don't taste all that great. I'm actually convinced that our ancient ancestors would mix fruits and greens because that makes them so much more enjoyable. All right, and lastly, mono meals. I have to mention mono meals because they are just so tasty and simple and convenient. Like, cut a watermelon in half and just eat it with a spoon. It's so simple, so easy, and so delicious. Peel a bunch of bananas, peel a bunch of mangoes, right? Have a few pounds of strawberries for a meal. Basically, a mono meal is when you eat one type of fruit and you eat enough calories to satiate you. So you make a meal out of that one fruit. And this is so good for you specifically because it's really easy on your digestive system. So make sure you try mono meals. That's actually one of my go-tos. I have mono meals almost every day. So hopefully those ideas get you started. And if you eat fruits and vegetables, let's say breakfast and lunch, or whenever you break your fast, right? Your first 2 meals of the day, just raw fruit and veg, and then whatever you want, whole food for dinner, I'm telling you, it is so good for you. You're gonna lose weight, you're gonna have more energy, you're gonna be more hydrated. And a lot of people are gonna ask, Ryan, what about protein? You're not gonna get enough protein. That's actually not true. I easily get over 30 grams of protein per day just from fruits and vegetables. And because it's raw, and the Max Planck Institute proved long ago that raw protein has double the biological value of cooked protein, that means it's equivalent to getting like 60 grams of protein. So don't worry about it. You will have plenty of protein. Your body composition will improve. You don't have to worry about protein. It's so overhyped and overrated, but that's a topic for a different video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and stay tuned if you want to learn more from me. I have plenty of good nutrition and fitness tips that I can share with you, all right? And with that said, I will see you in the next video. Talk to you then.